Okay, let's welcome in our Powerhouse panel on this Friday morning. Joining me and Allison, best-selling author and political analyst Mark Halperin, back with us and ready to go on a Friday morning, as per usual. Mark, good morning. Good to see you. We are also joined by Project 21 National Advisory Board member and principal of Red Tail Strategies, Chris Arps, back with us as well. Nina Jankowicz was a hard pass. Invited her on the show yesterday. She's going to head, and I've got to make sure I get this right because it's called the Disinformation Governance Board, designed to counter misinformation. It's going to be under the Department of Homeland Security. There are questions, by the way, Allison, about the constitutionality of this this new Disinformation Governance Board. Yesterday, I noticed on Elon Musk's Twitter, Mark still doesn't think the deal is going to go through because he read an article in the Washington Post. Mark, Elon Musk's going to buy Twitter. Mark it down. Mark that I said it today, April 29th. It's going to happen. I know Wall Street, okay?
It's not going to happen, Rob. But
Mark, it's going to happen. We're not going there right now, but it's going to happen. Yesterday on Twitter,
see you in September, Rob.
September? Yes. Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it then. But yesterday, they're calling people that are pro First Amendment free speech absolutists.
Yeah.
So if you are pro First Amendment and you are pro free speech on social media, you are a free speech absolutist. Allison, what do you make of that?
Well, this is just their way to control the narrative, right? Just like they talk about irregular migration for folks coming over the border.
Right.
This is their September 11th. They were created for a terrorist attack. They were created to keep us safe. And yet now we've got Alejandro Mayorkas, who's supposed to be in charge of the border or working with the border, is now focused on this new board to control the message, essentially. And it's interesting the time. Now, I have heard that they've been planning this for a while. But what do you say? A day or two after Elon Musk announces he's buying Twitter, this comes up.
That's Nina Jankowicz right there, 33 years old. And my question is, can you really trust a bureaucrat, Chris, to be in charge of free speech? I don't understand how the White House operates and doesn't have some Republican that loosely works with the administration to just say, guys, this is not a good idea.
You know, Rob, the New York Post is noted for their very creative headlines, and the one that they had yesterday from the editorial board, I think sums it up perfectly. It was, which useful idiot thought such a clearly partisan hack should be Biden's disinformation czar? I think that sums it up perfectly. Plus, you bringing back attention to the Hunter Biden laptop story, which is starting to blow up in the news. You're putting even more focus on that. It's crazy.
I love how that's starting to blow up in the news, Chris, 18 months after the story broke in the New York Post, by the way. Jen Psaki and Alejandro Mayorkas both addressed this new Disinformation Board yesterday. Listen.
The Disinformation Board addresses disinformation that imperils the safety and security of our homeland.
We know that there has been a range of disinfo out there about a range of topics. It sounds like the objective of the board is to prevent disinformation and misinformation from traveling around the country in a range of communities. I'm not sure who opposes that effort.
Well, you've got one right here, but Mark, what do you make of honestly, the Orwellian timing of this right now? Musk announces he's going to buy Twitter. We all know that's going to happen. And all of a sudden there's a disinformation board that's announced, and they want Elon Musk to testify before Congress.
Questionable legally, troubling in terms of policy, and completely insane in terms of politics. I can't imagine how this could get green-lighted in an election year. This is something that Barack Obama would never have done. And Joe Biden's administration continues to do things that are crazy left for no apparent reason except to cater to the crazy left.
Can we just...
I think the Democrats are signaling that this is going to be a campaign issue for them. They're going to use this in the fall. I mean, just last week, President Obama went on a disinformation campaign, went on with a speech. The following week, we have this announcement. I think they think this is going to be a good campaign issue for them.
Yeah, Chris, you're right, because I mentioned that the other day. Also, Hillary Clinton talking about that. So just the timing. They're saying, okay, now we're going to have free speech on Twitter. We can't have this because now the narrative is going to change, and we can't control that.
Right.
So I think you're right, Chris. I think this is going to be big on the campaign trail.
Here's my next tweet right now. Disinformation is just information that the left disagrees with. All right, this whole term of disinformation and misinformation, it's manufactured. It became popular during COVID-19. By the way, half the things that they said were not accurate during COVID-19 turned out to be exactly accurate.
Yeah.
So this whole thing is fake. And I pulled this yesterday. Twitter's mission statement. You know, when you sign up for, I mean, it's with everything, but when you sign up for any social media account, you've got to. No one reads it. No one in the history of the world has read it. But it's that whole like 3 pages of stuff they tell you that they're going to look into about you when you check the little box and create your account. Mark, you look flummoxed. It's
Mark
that
has
little.
read
You
it. He probably has read it.
Am I the only one reading this?
Mark's read it. He's like, honey, give me a minute. I'm reading this. So here's Twitter's, and it's right there. You can all find it. Twitter's mission statement says, and I quote, "There are no barriers to free expression on Twitter." Chris, has Twitter lived up to that mission?
No, they have not lived up to that mission. I think something that was very interesting yesterday is, Roger Stone. He tried to come back on Twitter with a kind of a comment that they didn't like, and he was banned. He was banned because he tried to come back with another account, not his same account, but kind of questions, is Twitter going to be completely free speech?
Yeah. Interesting. We've been talking about it all week. I'm not convinced that Elon Musk, not that it matters if he's a conservative or a Republican or not. I think it might be a libertarian. Again, it doesn't matter. But he himself tweeted this out yesterday. And I just want to point this out because I think it's fascinating. Years ago, 2008 is when this begins. He says that he was a little bit left of center. You can see it right there in the top. 2012, he's moving a little bit more toward the center. Again, this is Elon Musk himself tweeting this out yesterday afternoon. And then sure enough, 2021, look at that. He's right of center. What do you make of the timing, Allison, of something like that? Like he's obviously wants to tell the world that he's, where he is politically.
Well, I think he's being transparent, and also think about it. He had tons of fans, right? Elon Musk just, a couple of years ago, he created the electric car. He's cool. He dances. He's like the coolest person ever. He put a rocket in space. But now, because he is,
we've got to tamp that down. By the way, that we think he's so cool. I just think
That's what
that
people.
I think conservative America is excited that maybe it might be a level playing field. I don't know. I don't know Elon Musk personally, but I'm glad that he's all for the First Amendment. The other side of this, by the way, Allison, sorry to cut you off. Donald J. Trump, the 45th president of the United States. He's been off Twitter since January, and he posted his second truth. Truth is what they call them. When you truth social, you truth. And he was out in front of Mar-a-Lago yesterday. Right?
Yeah, I'm
back. Hashtag Kofifi. Mark Halperin, what do you make of the timing of that?
Curious.
I'll set you up again, Mark. 15 seconds. I'm back. Hashtag Kofifi, Mark. What do you make of that?
If you want to know what I think about it, you can check my Twitter feed. I'm currently tweeting under the name Greg Kelly.
Don't promote yourself.
Oh, jeez.
Don't promote yourself on.
Are you on
Twitter.
Truth Social, Mark?
Have you gotten more Twitter followers, by the way, Mark? Over the last few days?
I got more since when? Over the last few days?
Mark,
yes. Yeah, I have actually.
Welcome to the.
Why
I have too.
Yeah.
Like 16 more. People are loving it. I'm loving it. Chris, final thought?
I think Elon Musk tack to the center right also has to do with the administration wanting to impose a billionaire surtax on people with his wealth. I think that helps your politics as well.
We all say billionaires should pay their fair share, but if I was a billionaire, I'd be like,
And this is a different administration
I need that money.
than Barack Obama. I know we got to go.
I'm getting the hard wrap, guys. We'll do this again, top of the hour. Mark Halperin, Chris Arps. Good stuff. That's right.